when you're on such a strategic level, you kind of try and predict the future, and that's completely different topics that we can talk about how to predict the future with a high probability. It's not a coincidence that I blend the CPO and CPO role together, because for me it's important to work on something from the idea till the end working product to the end business that actually makes money. I work on the strategy overall, and strategy is a glue that gives you a glue and the framework that gives you the specific boundaries. What ideas are good for you, and what ideas are not good.
You touched on your responsibilities in your answer. You said sometimes I need to lead by example and teach the people. There's also some innovation you need to do of thinking of
Yeah,
where the product is at and how I want to develop it further. You also need to sell, and you also need to also be involved, as you said, and build.
yeah,
So there's a lot of responsibilities. How, like, walk us through that role of being the CTO, CPO? What are these key responsibilities, or how do you prioritize? And this week I want to do XYZ, like, because there's
hmm
a lot you can do, right? And there's an
yeah,
opportunity
yeah,
cost to every decision you can make. Do I want to teach the team more now? Do I want to focus on building the product? So how do you know what to do next when it comes to your role?
yeah. It's really important question, Tamara, and I look on that like like a process, like a mind map that I have in my head, and it's not a coincidence that I blend the CPO and CPO role together, because for me it's important to work on something from the idea till the end working product to the end business that actually makes money, and that's pretty much the process. The idea that assembled by the team or assembled by me, and overall at my level, it's about looking for ideas or facilitating the team to find this idea, to grow up this idea through the lot of conversations that we have, and then bringing this idea to the scope, and then applying different techniques and different frameworks to understand what should be first, what should go next,
Yeah.
and so on. And I like to operate with two stuff. It's a product roadmap, and it's a delivery roadmap. It's like two really connected things that business is looking at, which provides the product roadmap provides you all the overview about the business and about the things that will be in the product, and the delivery roadmap provides you an overview about the resources and when these things will be in the product. And by assembling these two things, two documents, let's say, or it can be two boards, it can be like two files that you have on your laptop, whatever. It's not necessary to think about specific tool. It's necessary to think about the method and about the approach, how to do stuff.
Yes.
And once you have that in your mind, when you have these two plans in your mind, uh, and what's important to say, what I'm missing is that all these plans, and before even the idea, it's important to say that I work on the strategy overall, and strategy is a glue that gives you a glue and the framework that gives you the specific boundaries. What ideas are good for you, and what ideas are not good, and on which ideas to focus, and how to prioritize ideas and things inside your product roadmap, because strategy provides you some drivers that you're counting on. For example, user growth, or you're growing the revenue, or you're growing the like any other KPIs of the product that you have. So ideas assembled into the plans and then executed these plans, and everything is glued with the specific culture and leadership practices, and then shipped to the product, and this process kind of continues in a cycle.
Yes, and there's feedback loops in it, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if
yeah,
if you find that the customer's finding a problem with the product, you
yeah,
think, is it the way we built the product? Is it the way, what in the product exactly? Which part of the
yeah,
product?
yeah,
Which processes are linked to that part so that you pinpoint? And as you said, if you have a roadmap, it's easy to just say, this is
yeah,
the part where we
yeah,
missed, and you feedback it to learning, or you decide what's the number one factor that led to this gap so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
bridge it.
Yeah, I work a lot, for example, at Calyptus, I work a lot with community. I talk a lot with community, talk a lot with users, and trying to pick up things, trying to understand things from what they do. I work a lot of with different people around, selling Calyptus to them, selling the project, the company to them, and selling what I do, how I do, and that's a part of like a post-execution maintenance that you must do. For me, a lot of these things are just general work, and I'm just unboxing that while speaking. But the whole point is that my role is the person that leads all these chunks of process, provides the vision to that, provides the methods and tools, and from the
Yes.
technology side, how it should be built, and what we should be built, and from the product side, what we should be built, why we should build that, and from the company side overall, how we gonna get to the success, when we're gonna do that, and what's gonna happen next, and in future, and so on and so forth. In a lot of sense, when you're on such a strategic level, you kinda try and predict the future, and that's completely different topics that we can talk about. How to predict the future with a high probability.
That's a tough one to do.